This is also going to be an ask for you to slow down, recognize that you have been doing the work, are doing the work, and are in the manifestation, okay? You're no longer needing to be in survival mode. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back with some messages from Spirit in regards to your career and finance. Thank you so much for joining me on my new channel, Cancer Awakening. This is a this is a channel from Cancer for Cancer. So I wanted to start something where I could connect on a deeper level to my Cancers and share experiences, especially during the awakening process, and maybe get some clarity on why our awakening may seem to be going a little slower or a little harder than others. Okay, so if it does speak to you, please do like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you do engage with the channel, because I am here for us, and I'm here to bring clarity and share some of my experiences so that maybe it'll help you understand more clearly what you're going through. Okay, but today we're just going to jump into some messages from Spirit to see where things might be financially for us, and then we will get some area of focus and some advice, and then we'll have ourselves a good old time. From here on out, this channel and these readings are going to be geared towards Cancer, Cancer placements, Cancer watchers. Anything Cancer can be found on this channel. And if you are interested in booking a reading, everything is in the description. And if you find this video, you can check out my other channel at the Traveling Tarot, which is also linked in the description for your sign readings and for collective readings for the other signs. This channel, it's for you and it's for me. Let's go. So the first card that comes out is the Turtle. And not even low-key, I resonate with this because, again, as a Cancer myself, I've been working towards trying to increase my finances. And so I am seeing steady progress, and things are definitely moving slowly. This definitely feels like the Knight of Pentacles. So you guys may be seeing some progress, but it is slow going. And if you guys checked out my channeled messages video for Cancer, it is because we are in a deep, quiet awakening. And it doesn't matter whether you're focused on your finances or a relationship. In the area of where you're focused, there's a slow and steady progress happening, because there's a lot of still some shifting and some post-shadow things that are happening. But my channeled messages even confirmed that we're in that period of the gestation where we're literally about to break through a shell or a cocoon, like a butterfly or a seed, and become this new thing. So we are seeing progress, even though it's going very, very slow, and they want you to acknowledge that, most importantly, because when you start to worry about not being there yet, you are now focused on what you don't have and the lack of something, instead of the progress that you're making, which helps you know you're moving towards the goal. Okay, we have money coming slowly, steady progress. Some of you could actually be moving for work, because it does say that on here, and it does say divine timing. It says in good time, but I like that as divine timing. And it does say you are building something long term, which is why this is a slow and steady process. In Cancer, it has been a slow and steady process, okay? And so in order to truly understand what's going on, try to show gratitude for how far you've come, even if you've got to make a list of things in your business, how far you've come, how much you've changed. My son and I were just talking about that. If I were to look back to the first video I ever made versus the 1000th video I've made, I would really see the progress, and I would actually be in that gain of, wow, look how far I've come. Look how much better I am at this. Look at how much more these videos have improved. Look how much more my messages have improved. So that is the reason why right now in your business, what you're going to want to do is spend some time reflecting on how far you've come, okay? Because you are building something long term, and we're also in that period of, we're literally at the precipice or the cusp of this huge transformation that is happening quietly. So keeping your energy balanced is going to be an ask right now, and you do that by focusing on how far you've come. And as I say that, we have the award showing up at the bottom of the deck. You are winning, Cancer. You've already won. They want you to know that you are in the manifestation right now. So you don't have to wait to get any place. You're on your way there now. Okay, so just celebrate the progress that you have made. And it does actually say something about winning money here. Definitely pay off for your effort and recognition for what you've done, for how far you've come. Not only are they saying give that stuff to yourself, but that's actually getting ready to reflect in your personal, in your world, in your physical world is the word I'm looking for. So just tap into how far you've come so that you can remain positive, because right now there's a big ebbing and flowing of I can do it and I can't do it, because we're being faced with our shadow self and those things that we've been releasing and working towards releasing for the longest time. But they want you to know that you're winning, okay? You're winning. We have in career, we have advancement, professional work, and fame, okay? So you're getting ready to get that recognition that you've been working towards, okay? You're about to start seeing more payoff and more return on your investment. And as with the messages that I just got on my channeled messages that you might want to check out after this video, you are making progress, okay? You are getting ready. You're literally on the precipice of this deep soulful change, but it's slow. It's a slow-going, quiet awakening, so that you can reflect, release, and detach. And most importantly, you may be spiritually going in a direction, but your body might still be holding on to that trauma. So you're also in this period of reset. Okay, so if you take a step back and focus on your progress and start to take your focus off of not being there yet, you'll begin to see more of the reward and more of the payoff, is what they're saying for sure. Okay, but they want you to know that things are changing, even though slowly they are changing. And again, some of you guys, they're really saying some of you guys may be moving jobs or moving to another place for work, okay, or traveling for work as well, they're saying. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these, and when I did pick it up, because this is a career and money reading and tarot's not bullshit, the first card that came up, true prosperity, material wealth, and true prosperity, the Diamond Dreamer. Okay, and that's a 6 card. There's getting ready to be some type of balance being brought back in here, but it is going to be a slow and steady process. That's the one thing they want you to understand. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some type of Knight of Wands or some type of fire or energy or some type of fast-moving energy in the challenge, because you're ready to change. But as with those messages that I got, it said, try not to fall back into this behavior because of the discomfort of where you are, or your overwhelming desire to be over there. Okay, right now it's a quiet, reflective period so that you can truly heal whatever your body and whatever you've recently overcome, and not bring it with you into this new. But we definitely had material wealth, the 6 card, and true prosperity showing up. What do you want Cancer to know from this deck for more information on this overarching energy? Everything looks like it's moving in the right direction, Cancer, for recognition and reciprocity, ROI, payoff for your effort. But it may be moving kind of slow, and that could be a challenge for you seeing that clearly. Yeah, and that shows up because we have it showing up with the Desert Prince. It says false promises and survival mode. And this card is all about, because it is a 19 card, that breaks down to a 10. So that's the end of false promises and survival mode. That's coming in as you recognize the progress that you're making, and as you acknowledge and start to focus more on who you are now and not who you've been. Okay? And again, that's the Desert Prince coming in saying that's you're no longer in fight mode, Cancer, and so your body may not recognize that. So physically things might still feel like it, and spiritually you know you've evolved, but your body hasn't quite caught up yet. And so right now, this rest and reflection period is all about resetting that nervous system so that you can begin to attract from a different, or you can begin to call a different part of you forward that's not in fight mode. I gotta tell you, as a Cancer myself, especially when it comes to finances or material wealth, fight mode and survival is all I know. So it's one of my biggest challenges, is accepting that I don't have to do this, or I don't have to accept false promises. Like, it's just, it is the work, Cancer. I get it. But you know what? This is also going to be an ask for you to slow down, recognize that you have been doing the work, are doing the work, and are in the manifestation, okay? You're no longer needing to be in survival mode. There's an end to survival mode either coming, or you should already be looking towards recognizing that that's over now, so that you can start to remove your focus from survival mode and put it onto ease, because this is going to be a quiet awakening in whatever area you're focused on. If you're looking for a relationship, you are going through that quiet awakening, but you're releasing that energy of survival mode, so that you don't have to, so that you're not exuding that energy and attracting that same back. Okay? And I love you guys so much for putting this at the bottom of the deck. The Swan Queen, it's all about transformation, which is, like I said, you're on the cusp of something you may not recognize, because you haven't had a chance to experience it, and so it feels like it might still be so far away, but they want you to know you're a lot closer than you think, especially if things seem harder. In a stupid way. If things seem a little bit harder, if you choose to surrender, that's when you know that, yeah, you're on the cusp of some change that you don't recognize. And so there's resistance that's making it harder. If you were to surrender, you might be able to see the ease, and it might even come through a lot quicker than you think, because you are there, Cancer. You're not there, and you don't have all this journey to go. You're doing it now. You're in the manifestation. It's all been the manifestation, believe it or not, even the fucked up parts of it. Okay, just so you know. But it does say intuition and patience. Not only is it going to be an ask for you to have a little bit more patience or temperance, but it's also good. It's also letting you know, especially with both of these showing up at the bottom of the deck, that you're getting ready to be rewarded for your patience, and for your diligence, and for your steadfastness, and for your oh, I love that. As soon as I picked it up, we have the Well Watcher, the power of the divine and wisdom, for your patience and for your ability to keep going even through survival mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a couple of cards, some tarot cards. We have the Four of Coins showing up, because it's time for you to take that wisdom, which we just saw in this other deck here. Take that wisdom that you've learned and start to look towards where you're headed, and no more looking back. Even in the Bible, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but there's in the Bible there's a story where he's like, hey, do not look back. You look back, you turn to salt. You keep going, you make it. That requires so much faith that you look back. you will slow yourself down if you are looking in the wrong direction, and if you're looking at how far other people are in comparison to you. All of that's going to slow you down. Your only focus is to look forward. As Bob Proctor calls it, is stop thinking in reverse. Take what you've learned out of that situation and use it to move forward. Give me an area of focus for my beautiful Cancer in regards to their career and finances, and so that they can tune into the progress that they're making versus whatever survival mode that they may be overcoming right now. I was going to say that looked like the Seven of Swords, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah, and it comes out with the Six of Pentacles. They're saying, Cancer, remember what I said about slowing down, or this being that restful period, or that your awakening is coming in quietly, and that it's coming in the form of rest, emotional detachment, and stillness. This shows up with the Six of Pentacles. We're giving you the strategy here. We're giving you the way out right now, Cancer, but you are going to want to slow it down. And again, don't think that it's not going to take action, because it does take action. It takes inspired action, but you have to receive the inspiration. And so if you're just out here doing stuff, then it's hard for you to receive the right strategy and the actions to take. But they want you to know that in that area of focus, if you slow down, you will receive the balance, and you will receive the right next steps in your business and how to move towards this reward. Okay, but it definitely is a reward for how far you've come. So they just want you to bask in that and not get so tapped into trying to get out of the discomfort of this in-between, which is exactly what the channel messages were about. That you not only miss the strategy, but that you just start acting out of desperation, because now you're exuding desperation and it's repelling the strategy with the Seven of Swords, okay? But you're receiving, because like I said, you're not about to win. Things are not about to change. You're not about to have a breakthrough. You're having those things right now. Every part of this is it. You're in it already, okay? Your only work here is to stay tuned to it so you can receive the strategy. That's literally all they're asking you to do right now for the area of focus. Now let's go ahead and see what the challenge might be for Cancer when it comes to their career and finances and receiving that strategy. I mean, literally it seems like that survival mode is really standing out in that, like I told you guys about me, I've been in survival mode my whole life, and so one of my major challenges is not being in survival mode, not thinking from that place, not moving from that place. And I find myself falling into that sometimes, and you will sometimes. Don't catastrophize it. Recognize it as, okay, this is an old habit of thought. This makes sense that I would be in this mode right now because this is what I'm used to. This feels most comfortable right now. But they want you to know that we have the Page of Pentacles showing up in the challenge. So they're saying that it might be hard to focus on new opportunities or focus on allowing something new in, because you may be feeling, especially around finances, a little bit of brain fog. I know in my situation, I'm just coming out of that fog, but I've, had to do some serious, honest reflection and saying, look, I'm literally giving my all, and I don't feel like I'm getting back what I'm giving in a lot of areas of my life. Period. Right on down to my business, especially my business, because I really am giving my soul. I really am giving who I am. And if you are not aware, you could let that take you down. Okay? If you're not aware of what's going on, you could let that take you down. And so your challenge might be even seeing that there's other things going on, or even staying focused on everything that you've already been putting your efforts into. Because again, you may be coming to a place of, man, I've been trying everything and nothing's working. And so you might be stuck in that mindset. And that would keep you from being able to see or receive the way out, or the strategy, or the peaceful resolution, especially if you've been, in like a survival mode where you have to monitor your money or spend scarcely, or like things physically may have not have changed, even though you're feeling abundant, you have that money coming in slowly. It may not look like you thought it was going to look, so you're still having to be frugal, or you're still having to budget, and you're still having to move in certain ways where you might still feel a little bit of limitation. That might be a challenge for us, Cancer, especially because this is also representative of Earth energy. Okay, and it's a slow-moving energy. Okay? But Earth energy represents the turtle. They're not saying you're not making progress. They're just saying it's coming in slow. Okay, it might not be a big boisterous change. Whatever's happening right now for us, Cancer, it is not going to be a big boisterous change. You're not going to just wake up tomorrow and it's something. Well, you might, but it's been going on for a while. It's not just this new thing that's happening tomorrow morning. You've been working on this for a while, okay? And the advice: find stability in your faith. And this is the King. This is beautiful because the challenge was the Page of Pentacles. The advice, we have the King showing up. So you have the potential to find that stability, but you will need to tune into faith and tradition. Plus, I love this Hierophant card because for me, it represents what I just said. People are finally beginning to hear your message. They're finally starting to see the transformation in what you have to offer. And there's that ending. Remember what I said about the false promises and the survival mode and all of that? Because of the work that you've put in, there's a new horizon here, but it is going to require you to tap into your faith and what you truly know is true. Because, again, not just because you get this external validation that people are starting to hear you. You don't want the external validation. It's nice, but you can't let it move you. Because when it ebbs, now you feel useless, and that maybe you're wrong about this and that, and you start to really doubt yourself, and that seems to compound more because that's a little bit of a more familiar energy. Okay, but they definitely want you to know that there's an end, because this is also a 10 card. There's an end to these false promises. There's an end to survival mode. False promises is 19, breaks down to a 10. This is the 10 of swords. And hell yes, it has been painful. Hell yes. But it's over now. They want you to know that you can expect things to get better financially. And in your business, whatever efforts you've been really pouring yourself into from a place of truth and authenticity, you're getting ready to start seeing the results. Not even getting ready to look around. You've been getting the results all this time, but as you continue to acknowledge it, it starts to get momentum and you start to see it much more clearly, okay? And when I pick that up, actually it definitely says something about contracts and a book. So it does say there that you might be about to start looking into some type of paperwork or signing some type of contracts. Could also be that you might want to look into a deeper path of learning in your area, in your business, so that you can add another layer to what you have to offer. I mean, you can continue to build on what you already have. It's not even going to be an ask for you to start doing something differently, especially if you're doing it from a loving and authentic place. But you can do it differently. You don't have to do something different. You can just do it in a different way. That still speaks to you, because the whole point is for it to speak to you. Then you will find your audience. Once you find your voice and put it out authentically, it will resonate with those that are ready for it. Okay? But just know, things are getting ready to get better, even if things have, and it may be a slow process. It really feels like it might be with some of this earth energy that's showing up. but it is to put an end, body, mind, and soul, to this survival energy and this energy of overgiving and not giving and not receiving, or this energy of deceit or deception, or seeing other people getting away with something. You stick to your vision, because sevens also represent wholeness, even though that's a seven of swords. They represent wholeness. They represent achievement in some cases. So just know you're receiving a strategy out of this survival mode, Cancer, and it might come in slowly, but they want you to embrace how far you've come already, because that's what's going to be the catalyst for the physical change in your physical world, okay? Your body just needs to reset so that it's not exuding that energy of loss or lack or deception or hurt or pain or any of that anymore, okay? This is why rest, quiet reflection, honest reflection, and emotional detachment is our only work right now, so that we can receive the strategy, okay? Because they're giving it to us, and the advice is have faith in what you're receiving, because it is, they want you to stand firmer in your faith here, because not only is your message being received by spirit and everybody, but it's being received by people. That recognition did show up. It even showed up with fame. This is people hearing your message for Cancer, okay? So whatever it is you have to offer, if it's coming from a place of truth and authenticity, do it, and do it unapologetically, okay? Another reason why I started this channel, because I was like, I do love doing what I do, but how can I do this where it's really speaking to me too? Not that I wasn't receiving, or I'm not receiving doing it for others, but I want to connect on a deeper level and on a real level. And so, Cancer, I feel like if my experiences can help you, bring you clarity or transformation or change or something, and it was not useless to go through all that stuff. It's already changed me in a way that I know that, but if I can give it to you too, that's winning in my book, okay? So I hope something did resonate. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. I'm truly grateful that I get to do this. This is the new Cancer Awakening channel. So from here on out, it's going to be you and me, Cancer. If it is helping you, please do support the channel. Let's start this off on a good foot here, where we're exchanging energy, and we're exchanging love, and we're exchanging clarity, and we're exchanging truth. Okay? If you're interested in booking a reading, everything is definitely going to be in the description. I am not just talking at you, I'm here with you, okay? And that's 100% the truth. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one Angel of Abundance card, and then I'm going to send you on your beautiful way. But yeah, just know you're making progress, Cancer. And if you stop and look at how far you've come, you're going to be blown away. And it might even help slow down the fact that you may have been over-focused on how come I'm not there yet. Because in that channeled messages, you guys got to check it out. I'll even link the video here in the description, or at the end of this video. But that just get me out of here energy was in the current position. Truth. Right? This is what, can I be real here? Can we be adult about this? Yeah. You know what? That might have been what I was doing. Thank you for that awareness. Now I can do something about it and start attracting differently and start exuding differently. Okay? It's all about getting the information and using it. That's how you get the change. But when I pick this up, for the Angel of Abundance card, Cancer, we have block out distractions. It says your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. Remember what I said, it's not about you distracting yourself or just keeping yourself busy. It depends on how you're doing that. If you're taking action, you're going to have to take action. But it needs to be inspired action, so that you're not just out here exuding energy, because you're now repelling. You're telling the universe, I don't know what to do, or I don't trust that you're working with me, and I'm just going to go do this because I need to be doing something, okay? It's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what is important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. And again, whatever that looks like to you, this card just says that. But if you find yourself spending too much time doing this because it's keeping you from your purpose, or it's distracting you so that, again, that confusion can make you say, oh, I'd rather be on here doing this instead than, getting my website done or whatever. They're just saying, take stock of what you're doing, and is it in line with helping your body, mind, and soul get on the same page so that you can start moving in the right direction and acknowledging and making progress, as well as making your way towards the reward. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these cards, and then I'm going to send you on your beautiful way. Thank you so much again, Cancer. I really love this, and I really love you. Okay. What will be helpful, my beautiful angels of abundance, for my brothers and sisters in Cancer as they acknowledge how far they've come and release themselves, honestly, from survival mode? I so get that so much. Partnership. Seek partnerships, but seek aligned partnerships. Again, we're not just out here doing anything. And Cancer, you're best at receiving the guidance and from your angel spirits guides. Ask them, say, who do I talk to? What do I do? Where do I go? Where do I start? How do I keep going? What do I need to release so that I can continue to move forward and see better results? Okay, it says, allow helpful and supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources, because that's the other thing I've noticed is that you want to pool your strengths so that you don't have to be the one doing everything. Okay, so find people who are good at this. Hire a virtual assistant if you can. They're not that expensive, or try to delegate some of the stuff so that you can get back to what you're best at, Cancer. Creating. Delegate. Do what you can to relieve yourself of some of these emotional burdens, and definitely, I picked that up with the Eight of Cups, and unnecessary things, like if you like with me, I do it all. Everything. I edit the video, I film the video, I edit the music, I mix the music. It's a lot. This is telling me it's time for me to start seeing about hiring somebody to do some of these things so that I can get back to my nature of creating. Okay, so they're saying tap into some of these partnerships, join like-minded communities, just start talking to people and see how you guys can benefit each other business-wise, because you have something that they might need and vice versa, okay? And then they definitely want to wrap this reading up, and it's totally perfect with the energy of this reading and releasing yourself from survival mode, attracting, not chasing. Remember, and it's not even attracting as much as it is you're calling it forth from you. It comes from you, not to you. It comes from you. So it says anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy, survival mode. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. And this is why it's so important for you to focus on how far you've come in your business, or the amazing things that you have to offer people, and see yourself really providing value for others. That will change, because now me and my son always talk about Steve Jobs. He was a RIP, but he was and I'm not even an Apple person. In fact, I don't have Apple anything. But it's amazing because his focus was the user experience. And so you really want to focus on how you can provide value without giving more of yourself. What is it that you have that can be valuable for others? Okay? Focus on the end experience for the person. And that will change the dynamic because now you're doing it from a place of love. For me, I want you guys to receive these messages. I want them to truly transform your experience. I want you to really feel who I am when I'm talking to you, which is why I don't just show the cards, which is why I talk to you like I'm having a conversation. Because I want you to actually feel that there's a real person here connecting with you. And so my focus now is on your experience. Again, and it's not even conforming. It's saying, how do I want them to receive me? And then crafting my approach based on that. So they're saying that you're not out here trying to chase clients. You're not out here trying to chase whatever. You have to find a place of peace within or a place of receiving within, and they come to you. Okay? So again, thank you so much for watching. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys, Cancer. Thank you again for watching my new channel. Make sure that you hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and keep this energy exchange going. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.